G'day and welcome aboard. It's me in there. Yes, because scale modelling is a lifesaver. Now look, a lot can happen in a week. I mean, a week ago I said, I'm quitting YouTube. Well, it wasn't entirely. I was sort of quitting some parts of YouTube. But, you tell everyone that you're quitting and suddenly 200 people decide to subscribe in a week. I mean, do you understand the concept of quitting? It would mean I'm going. So if you're coming, I'm not here. Lucky for you, I'm still here. Now look, look at this. It's a Lifesaver logo, right? The one I designed. The scale modelling is a lifesaver, and that is now on t-shirts and available in the merchandise store. There's a link in the description and at the end of this video. Now look, enough of all that. I've got heaps to talk about. Heaps and heaps and heaps. Because, as I said, a week is a long time in scale modelling. And a week ago, I'd had enough, and really, I was that close to quitting. I really was. I'd had enough. And I still think there's a lot of drongos and a lot of problems, but look, I'm not going to let that get me down because, well, I'll tell you why at the end of the video. But look, in this video, I'm going to show you some things. Look at this. What do you think this is? All right? I invented a new tool. All right? Some people say I am a new tool. This is called a dead rung. All right? And here's a little one that goes on the St. Louis. And I'll be finishing the rigging of the St. Louis. Those people are going, is the St. Louis finished yet? Is the St. Louis finished yet? Well, it's built and it's painted. I've got to put some string on it. All right, so I'll be using this. This is what I've been waiting for to design and do. This allows me to do all of that, which is, for those of you that can't visualise, because I know it's a bit of a ship thing. Right, all of these that go on there, right? Instead of putting them on individually and doing all that and trying to figure it all out, and the fact is if you use my dead bug, right, which a lot of people have, because the dead bug is a terrific little tool, but it does make every one of these the same length, which means as they go to the back and there's a bit of an angle, they can droop. Now in the case of this tiny scale, because this is, I'm going to mask up my nose, this is only 1 to 1/44 scale, right? It was about a 0.5 millimetre drop, so you'd hardly notice it. But when you go to something like the Victory, okay, and it's got much, much more of these deady things, right, these dead eyes, by the time you get to the other end, it's dropped about 2 millimetres, 2.5 millimetres. Now that is noticeable. That's quite noticeable, right? Especially when your dead eyes are 5 millimetres. So when they drop 2.5, the whole thing looks like it's slanting down a little bit, right? Only slightly, but it's enough that people are going, it's not going to work, your dead bug thing's useless. Well, okay, fix that, because now, when you use the dead rung, it takes all of that into account, and the ones that are slanty at the back, they're slightly longer, and everything's been angled exactly as you need. More about that in a video in the week, because I've been a bit slow about putting that together. But anyhow, look, I have got something else to show you, and it's too big to get out right now. I have to show you after we roll the music. A couple of weeks ago, John contacted me on the Buy Me a Curry page, right? And he dropped a whole ton of curries on me, a lot of them, about 25 of the bloody things, all right? And he said, Harry, please, could you build the Airfix prints? I've got 3 of them. I'll send you one. Could you do it, mate? I'd love to see it. It's basically I'm not well and I don't know how long I've got to bloody go. And could you get it done before I bloody croak it? Words to that effect. Anyhow, I thought, well, what a lovely guy. And, certainly 25 curries, that's going to keep me fed for quite some time. And I had this to build for early next year. Well, what the heck? After the response that I got from that I'm quitting video, and it was so supportive, out of like about, hundreds and hundreds of comments, out of that, it was only like 2 or 3 people that were actual drongos. Like one person said, yeah, good, quit. And a few other people were. One guy said, I don't see what your problem is. YouTube lets you upload videos for free. They don't charge you anything. Mate, it's my time. If I spend 40 hours during the week and get paid $5, that's not enough to feed me. You get it? YouTube makes you work. I mean, it's not free. It's my time that they chew up. All right? So I want to make a good instructional video, yeah. If I just pop the camera on like this and chat to you, that's all over in a couple of hours. Yeah, it's hilarious. Those videos make the most money. It's absurd. It's a stupid ecosystem. It rewards, frivolity And it penalises people who are trying to do actual instructional videos. But anyhow, enough of that. We did that whinge last time. None of that. This video is happy. Happy, 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 happy. Joy, joy, happy, joy, joy. The major response that I got to the last video about quitting was, Harry, don't quit. Just do what makes you happy. Do what you like. We'll follow you. We'll hang in there. Well, okay. Let's see if you put your money where your mouth is. Because my schedule, out the window. I'll still build some battleships later in the year. I mean, if I followed my schedule, I would have been building the Tamiya F1 car now. And I would have had the Bounty built last month. But things didn't turn out like that, did they? No, they didn't. There's a whole lot of strangeness going on. So, down tools. This is getting done. I will rig the St. Louis on the side. I will do a video this week showing you how the dead run goes, but I'm not going to do every single knot on it. I mean, I did that for the Bounty. I went through every single thing. I'll do a whole section and then I'll do a video on the St. Louis. So, you'll basically go, here's a whole lot of stuff that I did, and I'll sort of talk about it, right? But I'm not doing instructional videos on tying knots when I've already done that. I've already done it. I'm not doing it again. I do not cook my cabbage twice. Anyhow, this is on the bench, starting it today. Right, can you see me back there? I'll come in closer, but I thought you'd want to see this. This arrived in the mail all the way from Tasmania. And look, Tasmanians, you're a great bunch. You're a great bunch of people. And Bill from Tasmania sent me this huge frickin' box. Look at the size of the fucker. Bloody hell. Yes, it's not all for me. His first impetus was he wanted to send something to Becca. And he didn't have Becca's address, so he sent it to my parcel locker up here in the mountains. But he said, look, Harry, there'll probably be a few things in there you might like. So I thought, tell you what, we'll open it, live, well, recorded. well, look, my big fat belly's making the thing jump up and down. Now, he's put a whole lot of this way ups and do not touch and do not cut here. And he's put full instructions on how to unpack it. So I think I'll put it on the floor to be safe. And we'll do an unboxing of Bill's box. All right, let's have a look at what's in this great big box that Bill sent us. And he's left us instructions. I've got a cut along this edge here. Apparently that's important. So that one's going to be cut. Shallow cut here. Oh, dear me. So, yeah. Do not cut here. Oh. Well, if I can't cut there, Bill, how am I going to get through? Cut over here. Cut here. Goodness me. More instructions than a bloody Tamiya kit. Right, and okay. It's a big box. It's a big box with lots of peanuts in it. Yes. Lots of peanuts and stuffing and stuff. What's it got here? Chris, if you're not really into military kits, but at least they're Tamiya, maybe you can swap them. I think Chris does like things like this. So that's a air service jeep. Very nice. Very nice. Tangerine kit. So don't see why you wouldn't like that. So that's one. Well, they've all got notes. Everything's been documented. Here we go. And the note says, moulded in orange plastic. It isn't a bad kit. I tossed in some extras. Oh, well. We'll have to have a look then. Extras. Extras, you say? Extras sounds good. So, oh, look. He put a great big yellow napkin in there. Well, that's nice. It is orange. Look at it. It's very orange. Very orange. Oh, look. There's things. Osmolds. So there's all kinds of extras. Yes, Chris. I'm sure Chris is going to love that. Especially that great big little yellow face cloth there. That'll be handy. For wiping the sweat off your brow because it's a little Larry kit. It'll be a pain in the ass to build. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. I haven't had good experience with Italeri. That's all I can say. Oh, this looks good. Vickers Viscount. That looks quite good. There's no instructions to this one. I might have to purloin this unless Becca wants it. It does look nice. Look at that. Vickers Viscount. Well, that looks rather nice. So you have to fight me for it, Becca. Yeah, I actually am interested in that one, surprisingly. Well, when I build it, goodness knows, but there you go. Digging through. Here's another one, whole lot of instructions on it. Oh, a Vickers Valletta. The RAAF had one of these strange nav training craft, but didn't take them on. A rare kit. SIT. I don't know what SIT means. Right, so that looks rather nice too, doesn't it? Valcom. It's a very interesting sort of kit. It's 1/72 scale. Let's have a quick look. Who knows? Oh, so it's pretty big with the rubber band. I'm going to have plenty of rubber bands left over to use it with my rat harps. That's rather helpful. Thanks, Bill. I'll keep all of those. Oh, look, in this one, Chris, you're going to get a lime green baby's blanket. Yeah. So there you go. Maybe Penny the dog would like that. That's very nice of him, isn't it? And look, it's all done in babyship brown. So yeah, that's probably one that you would like, Chris. Quite a big size too. Quite a big aircraft, even though it says it's 1/72 scale. It's quite a big aircraft, 1/72 scale. And wait, there's more. There's lots more. Oh, here we go. What's this? This one's got my name on it. Ho ho! Harry, this qualifies as a boat. Oh, that's good. There are downed pilots in a raft for diorama under Krakens. Krakens, boats, monogram. Well, I don't know much about monogram. A lot of people sort of complain about it, but I don't know much about them at all. It's an albatross. It's an albatross. What flavour is it? It's bloody albatross flavour, isn't it? Yes, if you're into Monty Python, you know what that means. 4-star. Oh, look. And it's got a green fluffy. Well, Bats will like that. Tell you what, the fluffies alone are worth the package. Well, there we go. It's another one. Well, yes, I certainly like the look of that. That's not too bad, actually. All raised rivets, but that's one. And look, a second fluffy. You must have, once you go down to the dollar store, mate, and get like 100 of these bloody fluffy things. Yeah. Well, that's good. Yes, I like that. Albatross. It's an albatross. Yes. And down pilots. So there you go. So it's a flying boat. Flying boats are always better than normal boats. So that one's mine. Working our way back through here. Getting down. Here's a little one. This one says, Harry. Oh, here we go. Not a serious kid anymore, but maybe you'd like to show your audience. Show your audience what an old kit looks like. All right, so this is like a review one, you reckon, eh? I can do a review. Another Lightning. Well, there we go. Because I mean, I did the Airfix Lightning. I actually think it was an MPC. Well, this is an MPT as well. MPC is technically Airfix, isn't it? But it's relicensed. It's the American version. Is that right? Oh, look. And there's a blue flannel this time. Tell you what, we're not going to be short of flannels from now on. No, Chris. You and I will have flannels coming out of our fliggin' orifices. Here's under wings. Oh, isn't it cutie? So I wonder how this stacks up against the Airfix one. So there you go. I think it's actually probably is the Airfix kit. But it's probably the same bloody kit. I don't know if to look that up. I thought MPC was basically Airfix in La America. So we'll see. Find out about that. Alright, thanks Bill. We'll have a look at that. I do like a Lightning. Getting down to the bottom, here's something for Chris probably. No instructions on it. But it's definitely a Tamiya kit. So that is for Chris. I won't even take the rubber bands off. But it's some sort of truck thing. Japanese Ground Self-Defense Force. Chris might like that sort of thing that he'd enjoy. Something for me. Okay. So, I don't know what he's done here. Oh, he's stuck it to it. Oh, gosh. Hope it doesn't wreck the bloody thing. Yeah, it has wrecked the bloody thing. Shouldn't have stuck it to it, mate. Now it's wrecked it. Oh, that's wrecked it. That's buggered the box. Anyhow, Harry. If you don't like warships, maybe Chris might like to have a go at it. Oh, I do like warships. Inside is a bottle of real Venetian red in all the label. Really? So, yeah. And that's 99% of the fouling paint, so he reckons that's it. Yes, but they all look different underwater. Well, look, it's got a kangaroo on it, so that's got to be good. Die your kangaroo down, mate. So... It's Academy, so it won't be too bad. Academy kits aren't too bad. Oh, look at this. It's got decals for the helicopter sort of landing thing, and oh, that's all quite good. I do like these sort of kits. An Australian one. I certainly would look at building it. I don't mind these sort of ships at all. It's small enough. Yeah, I mean, I don't do a lot of modern ships, but this looks interesting. And it's that bloody Academy sort of, yeah, it's a sort of a greeny grey sort of thing. Yeah, it sort of looks like the kit's got jaundice, you know. But look at all that, Smarty. And there's what he thinks is hull red colour. Yeah, so it's not bad actually. It's fairly close to it. Yeah, it's not far off it. Not far off hull red. So there we go. Every country had a different hull red, but certainly people that paint their hulls in primary red. No, that's not hull red. It's Tammia's hull red's probably the closest. In some ways, it's more like an oxidised sort of browny colour. That looks really good, actually, Bill. That's a lovely kit. So that will go into my collection, I think. All right. Well, that's it. We've managed to work our way through Bill's box, and there's a couple of kits there for me, and there's a couple for Becca. Well, you've been very good if you've made it to this part of the video, and I thank you for that. And yes, those of you that worried about St. Louis, well, look, I've just got to put string on it. So that will be a series of videos, and they'll be, really, I'll be going into a lot of great detail. I'll show you any of my new tools, how they work, but basically a lot of things that I covered in the Bounty, you just get links going. Go back and look at it there. I've already done it. But I will give you progress reports and show you where I'm up to, okay? All right, so let me put this down. And now I will reveal what happened this week. Now, tiny bit of background. You probably already know this, but for you buggers that haven't watched my channel and seen all my rants, well, there was the apocalypse. Remember the apocalypse? After the apocalypse, I lost all my clients for my freelance business, you know, doing graphics and animation and that sort of thing for clients that I'd had for years. Some of them I had for 20 years, you know, even longer. And a major contract at a RSL out of Sydney. I've been doing their graphics and bloody stuff and magazines and everything for about 9 years, you know. So I was quite surprised when all the dust settled from the, you know, the Great Plague, Great Zombie Apocalypse, and they basically finished up. And I thought I'd be going back to work with them, and everything changed. Everything, you know, everything fell apart after that plague. And that's it, you see. So there we were. Broke after the apocalypse, like a lot of us, expecting to go back to work, and it just didn't happen. It didn't happen at all. So that was a bit of a downer. So I had to get a real job. That sucked. Yes, I had to actually go and get a real job, like a 9 to 5 thing and everything. But I managed to find one where I only work 1 week in 2. So I thought that would be okay. I'd still be able to have a week to do my YouTube, my modelling, and then I'd have a week to do this job, which would give me the cash I needed, so I could feed the cat, right? Yes, Bass. Yes, Bass got fed. So that was the game. So yes, this full-time job, bit of a shock at my age in life, you know, having to bloody go somewhere, and it's a 90-kilometre round trip to go there, right through the middle of the bloody city down the hill here, and so, you know, dealing with all that shit again of traffic, which I hadn't done for years. I'd worked from home for like 25 years. I didn't do that sort of bullshit 9 to 5 crap anymore. So yeah, it wore me down incredibly. It was very frustrating. It left me very tired all the time, and so yeah, my modelling. And I'd hurt my arm as well. I tore my arm the first couple of weeks working there. And so I was basically, you know, rooted arm, tired, depressed, fed up, thinking, what the hell am I doing at my age, having to do 9 to 5? This is crap. So that was a problem. I managed to eventually build up some of my contracts and things on the side, and YouTube kind of stabilised a bit for a while there, and I managed to sort of work my budget out that I reduced my hours there. Eventually I got it down to 4 sort of short days a week, a fortnight, well, you know, in a week for the fortnight. So that wasn't too bad. That was the minimum that I needed to do to sort of keep that thing active and do what they needed, and I did some work at home. So this stupid 9 to 5 job was getting in the way of my modelling, you know. In fact, I didn't have any free time. I was literally working 7 days a week, trying to do YouTube basically on the weekends and the odd hours, and occasionally I'd take a Monday off. I mean, in January, I had 1 day off. That was it. 1 day to myself. And this was what was wearing me down. I mean, I had enough problems with that, and my health was declining, and then I had to put up with all those drongos, all right? Here's the good news. I sort of decided I'd had enough of this. This is just bullshit. And I did my sums, and I went, I think I can ditch this 9 to 5 job, but you know, for the cost of going there, the petrol and the running around and the excess maintenance on my car and all the time that it takes up, I think I can make that up and probably come out even with some of the things that I'm doing at home, like the 3D printing and that sort of stuff. So I sort of had this in my mind, and I thought, I'm about ready, I'm going to pull the pin, I'm going to quit. And then as luck would have it, this week, the lady who runs the shop, She rang me up and she said, my accountant's been looking at the books and, yeah, well, it's just not adding up. And I said, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I've been watching the stuff coming in the door, everything you're doing, and really, there's no need to have the bricks and mortar shop. The only stuff that's making a profit is the graphics that I'm doing, which I could be doing from home. And she said, yeah, that's sort of what he said, and we're going to close the store, so I hope you don't mind. I said, not at all. Not at all. I'm quite happy. Shut this place down. Let me know when. I am out the door. So, that is done. That is dusted. I no longer do 9 to 5. Fantastic. I'm not going to get worn out and my car's not going to get stuffed and all those hours that I could have been modelling or wasted travelling back and forth and all that, gone. I'm free. I'm literally retired. Well, semi. It's just a semi. So, I'm still going to get the odd bit of contract work every now and then, which I can work into my schedule, that I do at home, right, from them. Plus I got other stuff that I've got dialed up. Plus I got the 3D printing. That leaves a hell of a lot more time for YouTube. I would say twice as much quality time for modelling. So there's got to be at least 1.5 times the time for YouTube. Now it doesn't mean I'm going to be making a ton more videos, no. But it means that the strain is off me for doing videos and I can have days off. And I haven't had that. For a year, apart from being sick, I haven't had hardly any days off. And that's sort of what gets to you. If you're just doing YouTube and trying to live life and everything, it's 24/7. That's a killer. So, none of that. I am now officially unemployed. Well, unemployable. No, YouTube. We'll concentrate on doing the videos. So quality. We'll get the quality back. Well, it sort of was there, but there are a few videos that I just kind of punched out just to feed the algorithm last year, really honestly, tell the truth. You probably didn't notice, but I sort of cringed and went, well, it's done, it's out there, I could have done better, but I got no time and I'm too tired. None of that. My video is going to be the best quality I can do. I'll get you stuff regularly, hopefully every week. So there you go. That's where we're at, okay? So there will be a video on the making of the prints. There'll be a series of those. I'll get into that. Get as far as I can. Then I'll take a break and get back to what I promised before. We'll do the Formula 1 car. I will be doing the wooden bounty kit. And I'll do the battleships. And that'll all happen in the year. But look, you said do what I like. Do what makes me happy. Makes me happy to put together and build an Airfix ship of the line, right? And the Prince is one that was a dream kit. I just wanted to get a couple of other sort of builds under my belt, you know. Under my fat belly, under my belt, so that, you know, I got my skills back up again for doing that sort of thing. But it's been 50 years since I'd really been working on those really big ships. Admittedly, my skills are a bit better than 50 years ago, yes, when I was just dribbling and playing with crayons. Yes. All right, well, look, that's it. So there's a Prince, there's going to be rigging videos, there will be other things. Oh, and that box, hey? What do you think? All of that. Wasn't Bill very generous? He was. And I'll be passing on most of those to the backer, of course. All right, as usual, buttons. Our whole life is ruled by buttons, so push the fucking buttons, you know. Whatever. And, yeah, if you want to buy me a curry, yep, go to the link. It's at the website. You can go there. You can buy me a curry. And you can decide what my next build is. It's very easy. You just fill my belly with curries, and I build that model. In theory. It's got to be one that I want to build. All right. All right. So that's everything for this video. Look forward to seeing you at the next ones. It's goodbye from Australia, and it's hooroo from Harry Houdini.